Yes!
Hey everyone, Dante here with the Raging Geek, and today I have Robocop from NECA. This is the 2011 version. Now, NECA has made a few revisions of this Robocop action figure. There's a blue steel one, there's a flamethrower one, there's a 2013 one, there's a 2015 one. This particular one is the 2011 NECA release. In my opinion, the most true to likeness of the original movie. This particular one I got at my local comic store used. It was $40. Now, you can find this on eBay. It's not very hard to find. New, you're probably looking at $80 or so, depending on the seller and when you look. Used, also, you're looking at anywhere between $40 to $50. You know, they come up a lot. If your local comic store is into like used toys, these tend to pop up now and again. You know, it was kind of funny. I had just got done doing like a Robocop movie marathon, so I watched the first 3 movies, and I was all determined to get an action figure, and I happened to walk into my local comic store, and they just happened to have it at that very moment, and it was $40, so I was like, yeah, I gotta get it. Now, key features of this Robocop action figure, you get the extra network interface hand here, so this is where he jacks into the OCP system and you can access all the files. The other big feature is the spring-loaded holster that's in his leg, and you have the lever right here, and you push it up. And let me tell you, if you do happen to come across this action figure, it's a very tight lever action, so don't be too shy to give it a good press, but the general direction of where you press it's up in an upward motion, and it should be like that. That's what you should see in the end result. One big gripe I have about this holster action gun, it's not like a sliding action where the gun just kind of slides into the holster. It kind of secures in the holster through a number of pegs. If you can see closely, there's a peg at the end of the barrel, and then there's a peg at the trigger action here. So the gun, it doesn't really come in and out of the holster very easily. You have to kind of pry it out. So ideally with your fingernail, and you have to be really careful because obviously this is a very delicate part of the action figure, and if you don't do it correctly, it will break. This has to be my major gripe with the action figure, is that once you get this gun in this holster, it doesn't come in and out. You can't even put it in easily, let alone take it out easily. So I will try to take it out without destroying the action figure, and I managed to do so without destroying the entire action figure. Okay, so the network interface hand, it's his gun hand, so you're either holding the gun or you're plugging into the OCP system at any given time. Here's the gun in his hand. As you can see, it, with little doing, it sits pretty snug in his hand, and it's got a good realness about it. Now, taking a closer look from head to toe, and give you a closer look. As you can see, a very nice figure. If you see this at your local comic store, I had no issues buying this used. If you're a Robocop fan, definitely a must-have figure. Watching the movie Robocop, with a couple of key phrases he always says. Now, I don't know if you ever noticed, but when Robocop, he gets into a gunfight, he does a sort of very kind of ballet type of poses when he shoots. So he likes to do a lot of flair And I think they did that to try to give him a more human effect. So, he'll do stuff like this. And, if he's shooting somebody behind him, he'll turn his head, to kind of show off. Kind of like that. Now, the articulation on this figure, it's good, but it is limited. You can't really go too lateral with the arms. So this is probably the extent of how, he can put his arms out. I mean, you're not going to get much more than this. The arms will go up and down, but going side to side, I mean, this is pretty much the extent of it. The legs, very limited. There's no twisting of the thighs, like a lot of other, like some other figures. The legs, it's pretty much forward and back, and that's it. You get bending at the knees and forward and back with the feet, and that's about it. The waist twists and the upper torso kind of shifts up and down. The original Robocop movie, so many great parts. I can't even tell you which is my favorite part of the movie. One of the most moving parts, probably where one of the criminals that killed Murphy is at the gas station trying to commit another crime or robbery. Robocop sees him. He interrupts the crime in progress, and dead or alive, you're coming with me. Other Robocop quotes, "Don't move, creep." And then when they're doing the interview with Robocop, when he's at the school and all the kids are following him, he's like, "Robo, what advice do you have to all the kids out there?" He's like, "Stay out of trouble." And that's it, folks. Great movie. The original, by far the best. Great action figure. If you like Robocop, definitely be on the lookout for the 2011 NECA version of Robocop. Excellent action figure. Great likeness. You'll love it. The spring-loaded holster action, really great. If you see it used, try not to pay much more than $40 for it, because you can pick it up new for $80 on eBay. Other than that, this was the Raging Geek. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come again soon. Take care. Patience, Lois. We're only human.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Raging Geek. Retro. All things geek. Where geeks can be geeks. Raging Geek. Retro. All things geek. Where geeks can be geeks.